Good morning, my friends. How are you doing? Golly Neds, it is raining. It has been raining here. Today is the 7th of May, May 7th. That date sounds familiar to me for some reason. Gosh. Oh, I think it's my cousin's birthday. I need to call her. So, excuse me. Yeah, we've got some pretty serious stuff happening here, some flooding and stuff like that, but it's supposed to die down today, be gone and out of here by this afternoon, and then clear on up. Now, it really stinks for a good friend of mine who every year has a crawfish boil. Didn't have it in 2020. Not sure if he had it last year, but was determined to have it this year. Broke his wrist the other day and is just having a time of it. But he is powering through, man. It's just like that word. Perseverance. He's I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna have it. And I am cheering him on big time. I wanted to help him out yesterday, but I had to work, and he's a little peculiar in his kitchen, but that's okay. I admire his tenacity. He wants things back to normal. He wants things to come to be the way they were, and I think a lot of us are doing that. We're looking for those norms. We're looking to get back to those norms with all the distractions out there. The holy cow we have. If it's not political, it's wars, and it's local politics with schools, and it's just ridiculous how many distractions are out there. But you know, when I went through all that with Daddy last month in March, life goes on, life carries on, and we just have to keep at it. And I kind of look at this whole thing with Poshmark and eBay the same way. You know, we're getting thrown some punches, people. I mean, they are throwing some punches at us. In some cases, for people who depend on this for their day-to-day living, I mean, they're getting the rug pulled right out underneath their feet and had no idea it was coming. I'm still wrestling with that. And, you know, one of the things that I did when I first started, and I only started a year ago reselling, I went to eBay because that's, you know, the old standard. But I was on YouTube and I saw so many people that were getting their accounts suspended for a day, 3 days, a month. Now I'm hearing about reputable people with connections with eBay that are getting their accounts suspended for life. But a year ago, I decided that I wasn't just going to put all my eggs into one basket. I mean, what? You want as many eyes on your product as you can, and I know eBay has this huge audience, and we pay dearly for that. Chick-fil-A, it is Saturday morning. I'm going to get myself a biscuit. This is my treat. My treat every week for myself. So just bear with me while I order my biscuit. Good morning. Can I please have a Chick-fil-A biscuit with Chick-fil-A sauce, and that'll be all?
Okay. You're all set. Come in $3.59.
Thank you.
Yeah, very much.
So I've cross-listed from the very beginning. I first started with Facebook, and then I investigated Mercari and Poshmark. I just didn't feel like Poshmark was a viable option for me. at that time because it just looked like it would be too much. And I saw a lot of new clothes. You know, I was seeing all the stock images, and I don't know, kind of intimidated is what I did. 54-year-old woman got intimidated by a website. So I didn't go with Poshmark. But I wanted to, and I knew I would eventually. I just needed the time to investigate it and research it and make sure that it would be right for me and it was something I could sell on. And I didn't know what I would be finding out there. I'd hoped that I would find a lot. I didn't, because I just didn't know a lot. So a word to the new people, just hang in there, learn your area, learn what sells. You're going to have to learn what sells, and you're going to take some hits. But anyways, so I'm on these platforms, and let's see, when did I go to Poshmark? I think I started Poshmark end of last summer. I didn't get serious about Poshmark until after the first of this year, which is when all the crap started happening. So they're pulling all this stuff on us. Oh, it's getting wet. You know, they're changing up the algorithm. They're doing all this stuff, and that algorithm thing is a big one. And I think they're doing that because something happened to them. I do. I'm in data center alley, and power outages and things happen, and I don't think a lot of us really think through what could possibly have affected both of them to do it at the same time. If they had done it at different times, I wouldn't be thinking that, but they both did it at the same time. So I just think something happened on their end that we're not aware of. And who knows, it might have been a cyber attack. You know, we don't know about those things till months or even a year or so after they happen. I mean, they don't tell us there's been a breach until after the fact. So it's all about perseverance. Like my friend with his crawfish boil, you know, determined to make it work. Do you have the determination to power through all of these things? And I think that's the story of life, but it's also the story of a business. I mean, I see people who are selling their Poshmark closets. I see people who are selling their reselling inventory. They're just getting out of it. They've had enough, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure a lot of those are legitimate concerns. Again, life happens. But to get out of it because of the ups and downs, you know, I work for a woman who hasn't made money in over a year on her business. She has been pouring money into her business to keep it afloat because we are in an area that is still so timid with this virus that people are slowly becoming, people are slowly starting to get back. And there's those of us like my friend who is powering, that just wants it, get it back. Those of us like me who is, I'm cautiously optimistic. I've got my eyes wide open, beside my head and the back of my head. My head's on a constant swivel, listening and checking out the news and the websites to find out, you know, as it died down. I've heard of different things. So this area is like that. We're not like some, I would say probably 95% of the country who is just going. I mean, they some of them never stopped. As we approach 1 million dead from this thing plus. That's mine.
All right, your total's $359.
Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. 1 million dead. I read something the other day about the ripple effect of 1 million dead, and it's not something we all think about, to be honest with you. But it made me stop, literally just stop and just take a deep breath, because they're averaging, I think the WHO or somebody along those lines, I think it's WHO. It might have been the Kaiser Foundation, but they average for every one person that's passed from this virus that there are 9 people that are dealing with grief. You think about that. 9 people. 9 people doesn't even touch my family, with my dad passing away. And the way he passed away will forever impact all of us, even the grandchildren that were standing around the bed that night. The pastor and his wife that were standing at the bed that night. It is going to impact all of us, and that was cancer. That was cancer. And that was cancer that even I knew was coming. I didn't quite think it would end that way, but I knew it would end not good. So to have someone that's in your life one day, on a ventilator the next, or you see them one week, and the next time you see them, next time you don't see them, you hear that they're in the hospital on a ventilator and then they're dead. That's a huge impact. So, that's why I'm saying all these outside things are just impacting us so bad. There's so many things going on. So we just have to power through. And, why don't you comment below if you could? I'd like to know if you've been impacted by COVID with the loss of a loved one. That, to me, I think needs to be out there. It needs to be out there. Your story, their story. I'd like to hear their story. I want to hear about that loved one, that person you knew, that friend that you cared about. I want to hear about them. Because I think if you write about them, you might smile. I hope you'll smile. So write that down. Put that down there. But we've got to battle all of that. There's just a lot going on right now. So I can understand people getting out of this reselling business. But my reasons for getting into the reselling business have not changed. My student debt, I was able to pay almost $2,500 extra last year down on my student debt, which is awesome. Because I owe a lot of money. My major was public health education. Not health education, but public health education. My major was set up. My major would have excelled in this pandemic. And it did on my personal level. For anybody that knew me, it did. Anybody that knew me that wanted to listen to me did. So I know a little bit. We've got to get through this. We're going to get through this. I actually last night kicked tail with Poshmark. I don't know, like the faucet was turned on. I got 3 orders right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. I got offers. Boom, boom, boom. Now, a lot of them were crappy offers. I mean, somebody's got something listed for $25 and you offer $5. Hello. I countered back with a 25. I hope it's like eBay and it affects the algorithm and it shows there's activity in my closet. I hope it's not a negative impact, that there's no response or that they decline. I had one offer that was declined. I didn't send the offer, that the Flip thing, the Flip app sent the offer. And that's all good. I just hope it affects that algorithm. And maybe that's part of it. Whoa, you're going way too fast. So anyways, I just want to talk about that because life, we've got to persevere. You've got to look outside of what's happening right now, what's happening, all the noise around you, and keep focused on that end point. For me, that end point is getting my student debt paid off, and keeping up with my medical, because I've got lots of medical stuff going on with me. Just a lot. You don't want to hear about it, but it's just a lot. And that's where eBay, I'm like, I can do this. So just keep hanging there and comment down below. I really want to hear about your loved one, people you care about that you've lost. And I also want to hear about how you are putting up your shields like a racehorse to keep all that outside distraction away. And let me know, buddy, did you know the light was red? Or you pulled out in the middle? Yeah, let me know what you're doing, because I really want to know. I do. I want to know how you're doing. I want to know what you're doing to get through this. I don't know. I want to know your secrets. I just want to know what you're doing to get through this. If you want to give me your secret honey hole, I'll take that info, but I don't expect it. Excuse me. Y'all have a great day. I hope it's sunny and beautiful where you are. The sun will come out here later on, and it will be beautiful because the rain brings all that nitrogen down to the ground, and it makes everything green, and I love it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.